Hello there. Today, we will be covering the Battle of Vimy Ridge. Day 0. April 8th, 1917. My name is Private Sven. I am part of the 3rd Canadian Division. I am currently caught in the midst of what is being called the Great War. Tomorrow we are being sent off to a battle at Vimy Ridge in France. I am not particularly excited, but I know it is going to be one hell of a fight. I often find myself wondering how I got into this situation in the first place. Day 1. April 9th, 1917. 5:30, we have arrived at Vimy Ridge. We have been bombarding and shelling the German positions. Our artillerymen have been doing constant cascades of shells for at least a week now. Tomorrow we are going to begin the real fight. It has been a week of suffering. Artillery is pouring down overhead like water from a hose. We are about to go and capture the enemy positions, so I decided to write this entry, if this really is my last day on Earth. Let it be known that I love you all and I am very awesome and cool. Addendum. 5:45, we have begun a creeping barrage attack in the enemy. We are dangerously close to artillery fire, and we are meant to march right behind it. I can see the trenches and the emplacements they have got set up. God, I hope this works. 6 a.m., we have infiltrated enemy trenches. The bombardments had taken out most of the enemy's defenses, so pouring into the trenches was no problem. Almost everyone were still in their dugouts. It has been a massacre down here. Death and horror is everywhere. Wounded men were sprawled out across the land. Some were struggling to prevent themselves drowning in the water-filled craters. They were laying in slime and sleet, missing limbs, crying out to the skies. Some begged for help, or lay there silently accepting their gruesome fate. It was truly a sight to behold, and one that will stay with me for decades. 6:30, we have captured the Black Line, our first objective. Engineers have been setting up mines and traps everywhere in case a counterattack is imminent. We are securing the perimeter a while longer and taking a short break before going to capture the Red Line. 7:30, they really are not making things easy for us here. The 4th Division has been struggling to keep up the pace. I do not think they've even gotten past their first objective. The good news is that we captured the Red Line now. Although we were second to last to conquer it, the results are looking steady so far. 9 a.m., resistance is a lot more heavier the further we advance. The enemy is determined to keep us away. We have learned of an exposed left flank due to the struggles encountered by the 4th Division. We have been ordered to keep a defensive flank in our north. Things might be getting much more grim. 18 o'clock, the 4th finally managed to make it past. We've been holding off counterattacks the entire time. It looks about time for us to get some rest and prep for tomorrow's next battle. Lucky I don't got guard duty today. Day 2, April 10th, 1917. 6. A small lot of us have joined the others in their advance in the rest of the ridge. The others are staying at the campout, covering 4th's delayed advance. 9:30, we have advanced upon the Blue Line once more, this time backed by British brigades behind us in the Red Line. 11 a.m., seems like hell is almost over. I am surprised I have made it this far, to be honest. Hill 135, the Blue Line and Phyllis have been overrun by our troops. The German Kraut bastards do not stand a chance against us now. I know I am going to have one hell of a victory feast, that is for sure. I will ask the mates if they want a stiff drink or not. I think I am going to need about 4 after seeing all this. Barrage has been steady sailing for a while. We have halted our advance for now to consolidate for the recent captures. We are given a stiff 90-minute break. Just a few more objectives and we will finally be out of here. I cannot believe I have done it. 13 o'clock, we have recommenced our advance. There's been a lot of concentrated German fire focused on our position, but I am sure we will push through. 14:25. Well, what did I tell you? We took the damn brown line. The only areas we have left to capture are the left side of Hill 135, and, well, what everyone has been calling the Pimple. Stupid name, I know, but it's not one to be laughed at. It's one to be feared. It is the most heavily enforced position we are up against. We have dwindled its numbers and armaments after all this battling that's been going on, but I imagine, if we were up against that thing before all of this, we would not stand a chance. We are heading out to assist the 4th in its advance in Hill 135. Wish me luck. 19, well, that took us bloody forever, but we have finally managed to conquer the entirety of Hill 135. Now all remains is that blasted Pimple. I am not going to bother writing much, as tonight we are planning a feast, and then an early bedtime to accommodate for all the fighting we have done. Day 3, April 11th, 1917, 7 a.m. I am not going to write much here either. Our attack on the Pimple has been delayed to the 12th. Stupid idea, if you ask me, gives the buggers a chance to regroup and rearm. But oh well, I guess France knows what they are doing. I appreciate the respite at least. Day 4, April 12th, 1917. 3:25, the 4th Division and a few of us brave volunteers have finally taken off for our final battle at the Pimple. Our previous artillery bombardments have crippled their defenses and numbers, so it should not prove much of a challenge. I've heard yesterday they reinforced themselves. I knew we should have just struck the buggers down when we had the chance. Our engineers have been dropping bombs and gas near the position since last night. Hopefully that confused them a bit. For, well, we have arrived. But the Krauts are too strong. They have managed to fend off our entire attack with just small arms fire. We are planning to attack again, this time reinforced by artillery and a 2nd Division heading up to the north. 5:20, the attack began 20 minutes ago, 5 o'clock sharp. Our troops have managed to break in completely, as their defensive artillery was late. I think the dicey weather helped us a lot out here. Snow was blowing in from all directions. It was like a sort of natural smoke barrage. We should have this entire place captured in no longer than an hour. 6. Well, I am glad to report I am alive. And we have done it. We captured the dastardly Pimple. We have taken dozens of prisoners, and a dozen more lives. The only way to pay off our deaths is to pay in their blood. The Canadian people have united to fight a great battle. And it was good. May the Canadian spirit live on. Amen.